This podcast is suitable for students between the ages of 16 to 25. If you're interested in self-improvement, productivity, study tips, this is the podcast for you. Welcome to the Sweet and Sour Podcast. My name is Abdulmumuni Hiqmat. I'm a student just like you. I'm passionate about personal development and productivity. So, if this is your first time listening to this amazing voice, don't make it your last. If not, sweetie, you know how we roll now. Let me hear you say H to the I to the Q, to the M to the A and the T. H to the I to the Q, to the M to the A and the T. H to the I to the Q, to the M to the A and the T. Hi, sweetie. Welcome back to the Sweet and Sour Podcast. Your favorite host is back again. And today I'm really excited because, I have with me here someone that is you don't get to meet someone like this every day, and it's truly an honor to have her on this podcast today. And, as the title has said, we're going to be reminiscing QCO days, okay? And I have with me here in flesh and in person, and, I'm very overwhelmed right now. But you guys, the beautiful queen, a professor, a lecturer, a former deputy dean, a former deputy vice chancellor, and the acting vice chancellor of a great institution, the University of Abuja. Thank you so much, Ma, for joining us here. I feel like I would not do justice to your introduction, so I would like you to reintroduce yourself. Thank you.
Well, my name is Aisha Sani. I am a mother of two, a professor of international law, and the current acting vice chancellor, University of Abuja.
Okay. So I think the first information that I didn't know is that you are a mother of two. So it's not really out there.
I always keep my family life private.
Thank you for sharing that with us here. So the first question I would like to ask you is, you hear the word personal development, what comes to mind?
Personal development just means improving yourself in whatever you do. So, be it as a baker or a lecturer, or amazing, whatever it is that you do, just develop yourself personally in that. And obviously, if everyone involved and develops themselves personally, then the society will be better for it.
You have so many things. You're a professor, you're a mom, you're a lecturer, right?
Yeah, I still lecture.
Yeah, you're an acting VC. Wow. I don't even know. You're a kissy girl. So, you personally, how do you describe yourself if you were to describe yourself in 3 words? What are the 3 words that you describe yourself as?
Introvert.
Okay.
Dedicated.
Okay.
And loyal.
Loyal. I like that. Okay, now we're going down the Queen's College lane. We're going back to Yaba. I think for me, when I was a QC girl, there are a lot of memories, but I think one of the memories that really is so dear to me is, like, I think most of the time during valedictory services, during inter-house sports, during visiting days, like, oh my God, your parents are coming. And then, like, I think during march past times, there's so many memories. But, like, what memory still remains evergreen in your heart till today? What memory can you remember?
From QC? Yeah. Is there just one? Like you mentioned, there are quite a few, really. Each memory, it's very special on its own. And, it's not just the good memories that you mentioned, like the visiting days, and the special thing about the visiting days is that when they visit you, your friends come along with you, and then when your friends' parents come as well, then you also go. Yeah. So it's like, it's a whole series of, small visits and communicating and meeting, with different groups of people. But we used to have the prom as well, and have excursions. Yeah. I remember, I don't know whether you did that, but we had the accreditation.
Acculturation. I think you stopped that in. Was it a set or like, I don't even know.
I think my set was either the first or the second to do that, and it was so much fun. We had a really good time. I think I actually met them there. And then because it was in Kano, and I live in Kaduna, so I flew to Kaduna, then I met them there, and then I came back rather than go back to Lagos. Yeah. So it's one of my
most memorable experiences.
Yeah, absolutely. But like I said, it's not just the good memories. You also remember the hard work. It was a lot of hard work staying in QC.
Being a boarding student.
Yeah, especially at the beginning. I think by the time you came, they used to have people that do your laundry and other stuff for you. And
we still don't have that.
Well, when I was about to graduate, we had some people that came in, with the washing machines, and some people started doing laundry for them. But the problem with that was your things got missing or lost. I remember I started QC at the age of 10. Wow. So I was very young, yes. And all the way there, there were many things I'd never done on my own. I'd never washed my clothes before or ironed. And so I had to start, it was a process, a growth process for me. And it taught me to be very, very independent. And, in whichever situation I find myself, just to adjust to that situation, to acclimatize very, very well to it. So a very good learning process for me, being in QC. And during my first year there, in 1993, I remember that was when they had the MKO Abiola issue, and they kept spraying tear gas in our campus. It was a really...
it was
very surreal, exactly. So, there's so many memories from QC that you remember, but no matter what they are, good or bad, they shaped you.
So you spoke about your principal, like making you all learn the heights by great men.
Yeah.
So who was your principal then? I think nobody ever forgets their principal at that time. So Sojourning, yes. Because I think mine, I had 3 principals. So we had Mrs. Osime, then we had Bola Are, then we had one Rami Amodi. The 3 principals like I met.
I had Mrs. Sojourning, and she was really good to us, and there's this thing, everyone, learns in QC. So I'm very shocked that I have queens here that don't know about it.
No, I think the one we know is, the one we know is, there's this one we always use, QC girls lead, and others follow. We use that one. Then we use this pass on the torch. Then
but that was, pass on the torch. That's like everyone knows that. But this actually,
I don't know why.
And that's why this is from my QC class of '99. They had a lunch for me, and they gave me this at the lunch, and it brought back such good memories. You can see our
logo here,
with my logo as well, my university logo, and then this quotation is really very, very good. It says, "The heights by great men, reached and kept, were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward in the night." That's Queen's College.
The thing is, there's this particular part of the school prayer that like really sticks with me till today. So whenever something is wrong, so I was just like, okay, all things work together for good. All things work together for good to those that love thee. So it's like when something's happening, I'm like, Hiqmat, all things work together for good to those that love thee. Okay, so back to our question. So far you've lived so many years. Should I say yes? You have experienced so much than all of us here. So so far, what has been your biggest lesson?
My biggest
lesson
so far. Take everything as it comes. Every disappointment is a blessing. With time, you will learn that, and you will see that.
But you don't always feel that way at that point.
Exactly. So you just try to take each day as it comes, and just have that faith. Every disappointment is a blessing, and it really is.
Like we had a test today, and it wasn't good. But every disappointment is a blessing.
So why wasn't it good? You didn't revise properly?
No, it's just something we met at school that, how do I say this? Until the results comes out.
Well, that's the
Thank you. So I was going to ask you, how did your time at QC shape your journey to becoming the acting VC of this great institution? And this question, I feel like, for me, every time I talk about like what I am, I'm not really anything big, but every time I talk about like how I have become, PC had played a very big role in making me very outspoken, making me like start a podcast, making me do things that people are like, okay, how come you're doing this? So that's what I'm asking, like, how did your time at QC, really shape you to achieve such great heights? Deputy Dean, Deputy VC, and now acting Vice Chancellor.
It's a combination of many different factors, but definitely, like I said earlier, QC plays a significant role. Why? Because when you're in Queen's College, you meet people from all over Nigeria. So you're not just in a cocoon, just on your own. You meet different people, different tribes, you get to know different cultures, and so that way you're able to tolerate people more, and you're able to see the world in a bigger picture. And like you said, you're quite outspoken because of Queen's College, and that's how all QC girls are, you're trained to be very, very outspoken and very confident. So once you see a QC girl,
you will
she stands out.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're going to do something. What in our second to the last question. So we're going to do something real quick. Do you speak pidgin? Can you speak pidgin?
Not really, but I can try.
Okay.
Not really, but
okay. So this segment is how well does Professor Aisha speak pidgin? How well can you speak pidgin? So we'll show you like the pidgin. It's a something that people always say or our parents always say, and then you'd say it, and then if you know the meaning, you can also like tell us what the meaning is. So are you ready?
All right. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the first question. Go straight to the camera. Okay. So this is what the first question is. So
yes, I
can
know
you say?
this.
Can
of
you
course,
say?
yes.
Okay.
Pikin wey say him mama no go sleep, him eye no go touch sleep.
Okay, so what does this mean?
So basically, how do I put it? That's just really, as a mother, that's just what it means. If you're not going to let me sleep, you also won't go to sleep.
Okay.
I don't even know how to.
I think pidgin is hard to explain.
Yeah.
More than English. Okay, so we're going to the next question now. So we're just doing three.
But basically, you can't stress your mom and think you're going to be okay. No, you'll be the one that will be stressed.
Okay, so this is the second question. Okay, so.
Oh, I love this saying.
Okay.
That condition make crayfish bend. I spoke about this earlier. When I said that in QC, it molds you. According to the different people you meet and according to the different conditions. Like I spoke about how I experienced the tear gas incident and a few other things that, were not such good memories, but were memories that help mold you as well. So that's just it,
Sure. So the last but not the least, pidgin that you're going to be saying today. All right. Have you guys seen it? Now let's show Professor Aisha.
If trust today, water for no boiled fish. Okay.
So what does it mean? What do you think it means? But no, it's supposed to be if trust day. Like there's a difference between day and day. So it's supposed to be if trust day, water for no boiled fish. Okay, so now what does it mean? What do you think it means?
So fishes live in water, right?
Yeah.
That's where they live and they survive. But then the same water, if changed, can be the cause of their death. So that means you should be very circumspect.
Trust no one. All right, so this is going to be the final question, and I just want to say, okay, what would you like to say to your students? What would you like to say to us? So
I love you all.
Okay, thank you so much. We love you too. Thank you so much for joining us on the Sweet and Sour podcast. We really do appreciate your presence. Thank you
for having me.
Yes,
it was my pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you did enjoy this episode, do consider subscribing to our YouTube podcast on Spotify, on Apple Podcast, or wherever you're listening to our podcast from at this moment. Do hit that subscribe button and leave a comment, leave a feedback, and let us know what you actually think. If this podcast is something that you'd want to continue listening to in future episodes to come, you can follow us on Instagram at Sweet and Sour Pod. Also, I'd like to say that we do have an interactive session every month on Twitter, and this month we're having that same session on the 26th of October from 6 p.m. till 8 p.m. The title of our Twitter space for October is The Role of Influencers on Personal Development. You do not want to miss that, do you? Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye.